All right, guys, episode 1. This is season 2, Kings of Monaco coming at you. What's up, everybody?
It's been a minute.
We didn't take a couple months off because we were busy. We were just waiting for season 2.
We were on hiatus is the technical term.
We were taking a break from this whole podcasting world, and we're back. We're excited to be back. Good to see you guys. Yeah, we're calling this again season 2, episode 1. We got some great topics. The first one is all about travel. Like how do you deal with missing your loved one, or what's the hardest part about being away from the ones you love? And that involves travel. So we have a lot to say about that. We're also going to try to tackle reboots, like remixes of great songs that were from yesteryear, without playing the music, obviously, because we can't do that on YouTube. But we're going to describe. Vince might sing some stuff. Carlos might use his fake vibrato. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And we're also going to do some trends over the past decade or so that have shaped our lives. And I would say over the past decade, those have been the really big ones over the last 10 years. There's always been trends, as we know, but the last 10 years, I mean, the whole world has changed. I believe we can all agree. And then we're going to talk about anti-aging, because that is something that we've all done over the last few months. We've all stepped into 50. And there was a recent study, guys, just to kick us off, and we'll circle back to the anti-aging, but a recent study showed that the body changes the most right at about 50. So I'm going to try to get some info on that before we get to the end of this podcast.
Damn.
How are you guys?
Good. Well, not good now, because now you're like saying that I'm just going to totally change you, go downhill from here.
And I'm going to die.
I didn't say that, but it does change. Because there's like something that happens again. It's a study. We'll get it later here in a minute. That's anticipation. That means you got to listen to the whole thing here.
No, I'm doing good, man. Still out here in wonderful Colorado with the three of you guys. It's funny because I thought we would see each other a lot more. You guys don't want to hang out. I'm just gonna go back to Florida because I see how to.
Bro, you should be like literally in the room with me.
I should be, but
mics, you know.
But usually that comes with an invite, you know.
Oh, my bad. Well, we didn't even invite you to start. You were like, "I'm doing okay." Like we asked you. It's just what? Like nobody. Did we say, Vince? How are you doing? Like we just.
That's a good point.
General.
How are you guys doing? I don't know.
Just kidding, brother. Hey, we started out. Yeah, we can't even play what we talked about before.
Yeah.
We hit record. Actually, we did hit record.
This is why
we edited it out.
This is why Joe's a little spicy towards me right now. So yeah, I understand.
I feel like I have been asking you guys to hang out for the last 3 weeks, and everybody's
no, you're texting us at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock on a Sunday before work on Monday is not asking us to hang out. It's like saying, bro, you want to like go back to like 1920 when we were single and had nothing to do the next day? Like we didn't even have a job? Does that qualify?
I actually think it's him being bored, has nothing left to do for the weekend, and we're the last resort.
Oh yeah. Oh. Whoa. Shots fired right there.
There's some truth to that. No, there's some truth to that, because I do get bored. You're not the last resort. You're the first resort when I'm bored.
Oh, okay. No, you know what's cool is I've actually had a chance to individually spend time with all of you guys, like one-on-one. I actually stayed at all of your guys' house like when we were kids, you know, so fun stuff. I mean, me and Carlos had a few so did me and LeBeau, had some cigars and beverages, and but yeah, I mean, it's.
And then you and Joe, what, you did puzzles together, or what did you?
We rode bikes.
I'm saying like
energized.
Yeah,
we rode bikes and ate healthy protein brownies.
That's right.
That sounds amazing.
Joe's the only good influence in this bunch, so.
Man, some shots are getting fired tonight, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, God's good.
AKA he's the least fun. I tried a new drink though. That Italian. What was it? Italian liqueur.
Tuaca.
Chewbacca.
Tuaca. So get this, dude.
You
So
look
get
like
this.
Chewbacca.
And I'm gonna throw Carlos, dude. So I go over Carlos's. We're like just hanging out, having some good conversation, some good drinks, and we were up to like 2:30 in the morning. But like it's just like a clock in me to wake up early. So I wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, take a shower.
So early.
No, I'm saying dude, I went to.
It was on a Sunday. Didn't you stay on a Saturday or did you stay Friday? I can't remember.
It was Saturday night. And so woke up like at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, he's gonna get up and make some coffee or something, you know. Carlos will be up and at it. Dude, I was up downstairs, like kind of just looking over things, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go to church. So 10 o'clock, dude. It was after 10 o'clock. I left at 10:15 and he was still sleeping in his bed.
No way.
I texted him and I'm like, dude, I'm leaving. Thanks for having me over. He texted me back at 11:15. Oh, I just woke up, bro.
Hey,
dude, I'm tired, man. I'll be really honest with you guys. That Chewbacca stuff like messed me up. It was like, yeah, it messed me up. It was pretty bad, but I survived. I lived to see another day. It was fun.
Half a day.
I don't think I'm ever going to drink that again.
Yeah,
that stuff was like
lesson learned.
100% proof. I don't know. It was pretty strong stuff.
So this is on the topic of anti-aging. This is something we don't want to do then, right?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I feel like I aged 10 years after drinking that.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
I was gonna say you look like it. But I didn't want to say.
A little more of that gray stripe up there.
Yes, sir. Let me see your gray stripe.
Dude, the gray stripe. I'll show you my chest. That's my gray stripe.
Teen Wolf.
Oh, no, please don't.
I don't want to see our man boobies.
Oh,
so my moves.
So anti-aging topic, don't drink Tuaca and Coke till 2 a.m. on a Saturday. All right.
It was a lot of fun though. It did bring me back to the days of hanging out, just chilling, because you know, we didn't really have anything to do like specifically other than hang out, which was awesome. It was dope.
Disconnect, chill,
super relaxing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Those are the days.
But the late night Denny's night type of thing, like that, just like kick back.
It actually would have been a good night to go, but we were too drunk to drive anyway.
Oh man, you guys were getting tore up then.
No, we were just chilling. We're just sipping, but that stuff is hardcore, man. I don't know what Vince is into when he's not hanging out with us, but that was like, it was like liquid crack.
He's just like, face me, gotta go.
Okay, so what are some other anti-aging things? I guess you're supposed to drink water or something like that, right?
No, hey, so we're switching because I was going to go to another topic, but since we're on there.
Oh, since you're in charge.
No, dude. Let me turn off my mic because this is where Joe gets territorial. I'm the leader. So, anyways.
Which way?
So,
which way?
So, have you guys ever started?
Have you ever guys?
Yeah,
Grammarly.
Grammarly. Have you guys ever gone down the wormhole of just asking, best like face creams, the creams for your face, or anything like that?
No.
And so the biggest thing right now is the beef tallow. Beef tallow, right? Have you guys have heard of that?
No, dude.
I've heard of it, but like guys really don't.
I don't even know what tallow is. I know what beef is. Is it the same type of beef that you eat?
No, it's not.
Bro, I put Irish Spring on my face, hair, body. Okay, go ahead, Vince.
So anyway, I was going to ask because I figured if anybody, Joe would be the one who uses this.
Why Joe? He has like the worst skin of the bunch. Oh, wait. Did I say that out loud?
Coming tonight.
I'm just kidding, bro.
Quick draw McGraw tonight, bro.
I just kid.
Okay, so face cream.
Dude, this has gone south bad.
Face cream.
So finish what you're gonna say in beef tallow.
Okay. So talon is that like a beef? It's like the fat from. I'm just looking at it right now. It's rendered beef fat that's been slowly melted down and filtered.
It is beef
and cooled into a spreadable cream. It's a solid form, but
dude, I asked, is it beef the same that you eat? You're like, no. And then you read the definition. It's called the fat of the pig.
Well,
the fat
you're
of
not
the
gonna you're not gonna eat it. You're not gonna grab a can of beef tallow and start eating it.
We didn't, dude. Seriously, that's even I knew that's not what he meant. Like he meant, is it sourced from beef?
Yes, right.
Is it USDA approved sourced from beef through the?
So do you rub it all over your face? You steam it? What do you do?
So it's a cream that you put on your face, and it's supposed to like absorb in your pores and actually like kind of rejuvenate your pores.
It gives a new meaning to fat don't crack.
That's right.
Bro, can I get just a steak and just be like I mean, it's the same thing, right? Like,
dude, I'm never eating a steak over your house.
It would be nasty.
No, I mean, isn't that the same thing? Like just as sweet.
So Joe's
beef fat on your face. It is the same thing.
Yeah.
Joe's talking about like gravity just like kicking in right now for us. I'm just trying to think of a way we could
preserve
and lessen the blow of aging. So
this is
I have heard from sources that I won't name, but I have heard that drinking water is the absolute best for anti-aging.
Yes.
Just stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct, Joe?
I think water is a scam.
What? Dude, water is the best thing for you, bro.
No, I could always
have water in it. Why would I have to drink water?
To your point, Carlos, when I'm like really hydrated, my skin actually does look better. When I'm not, like even my lips get dry if I'm dehydrated. Like they get a little like you can see it. So I agree with that one.
Yeah, and I think long term, if you keep your body hydrated, your skin doesn't age or doesn't look as aged because it's hydrated.
Yes.
So you want your lips and your face to look hydrated and good? Like, is it like a duck lips contest? Like you're like,
no, it's just the quality of your skin, dude. You just have better skin when you're hydrated. I mean, you know, when you're hydrated, your organs, your liver, your kidneys are working the way they're supposed to. So all the impurities in your body get flushed out, which means you're more youthful and your body is just like in optimal health. So of course you're going to be more radiant, more, you know.
So I should have known better. I should have known better than you three savages, like not knowing any of this. But
wow.
So I was just like trying to,
are we like the
so I
was
really hoping that one of you guys were actually going to be using this, and obviously no.
Why would we be using beef tallow, dude?
Vince, we're grown men. Look at your friends. Who are your friends on the screen?
I know, dude. Who do you think we are?
Dude, has somebody on the screen done Botox or not?
No. Oh.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Good memory, dude. I totally have forgotten about that. Okay, now
now I see where
your assumption is well placed now. Yes. I would have assumed that Joe has killed baby seals to preserve his skin.
Joe is like if anything that's bought on TikTok, Joe has sampled or bought. He is Mr. TikTok. So that's why I was like, man, this guy
or the black market.
Mr. TikTok shop.
This guy has to have seen this already. So
what?
The beef tallow.
Oh, I haven't. And you just paused.
Yeah.
Oh,
obviously.
He's all the beef tallow.
It's tallow. It's the beef tallow. Look.
no, he's not paused. That's your skin, dude.
You need more tallow, bro, to your beef, homie.
More
Well,
tallow.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna go purchase some beef tallow, and we'll see how this works. And then I could have like,
an intelligent conversation with your buddies.
Yeah,
you're gonna look like handsome Squidward afterwards.
All right. Well, there's the natural stuff, which it sounds like beef tallow might be more of a natural. Then there's like your injections, your Botox, which aren't natural, but kind of do the job of preserving the skin by eliminating wrinkles temporarily, at least, right? And then there's water, to your point. So there's a few different ways. There's peptides coming out for everything now.
I will say though,
peptides.
The fact that Vince brings this up, I think, is evidence that number one, he is a bit soft, which I love. I love soft Vince. The second thing that it's evident of is that guys today are actually buying more beauty products than ever before. I actually have seen stuff like that on TV, like on the news, where they do studies on men's buying habits. And that's why they have like a ton of men skincare products now, because guys are actually getting into that stuff.
And that's why Vince always stays soft.
Probably.
Hey, this could be a
Dude, I don't
idea.
Like, I get done with these podcasts and I feel like 10 years older, like just
So LeBeau, peptides are like natural occurring messengers. So basically, like they tell the cells what to do in your body. So they repair cells, they activate cells, and we're made up of cells. And so they have found different cells, different peptides that activate certain cells that produce certain reactions in our body. And that's what they do. So
the only cell I know is celly cell, bro. Like that's
cellulite cells?
No, celly cell.
Oh.
In your cheeks.
Cellulite cells. Man, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just out of touch. Maybe I'm just don't care how ugly I am and just
you're pretty ugly.
I know. I don't care.
Well, just I've like when it comes to your forever stuff, like just lotions and things like that. I've never really used lotion. In fact, I don't use even sunblock for the most part.
Are you serious?
No.
You either?
Sunblock.
No, because it's not that I don't want to protect my skin. I'm not out in the sun a lot anyway. But anything, like virtually any type of lotion that I put on my face, it clogs my pores. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I sweat too much. Pores are abnormally big. I don't know. But I start getting like bumps and everything and just clogged pores. So I have to use certain shaving cream that has like aloe and oatmeal in it, or else if I use any off-brand, it just like my skin gets all weird. So
don't you feel like doesn't your skin feel really dry though? Like especially now because
in Colorado, it's gonna naturally we have that against us because of our climate here. Yeah. No, for sure. It feels dry. I don't know if I just got used to it or I just stay hydrated enough, Carlos. But I can't use too much. So
it could be your skin. This is total guess, but it could just be your skin reacting to some of the chemicals and the stuff that you use. What I started using, thanks to my wife, is like black seed oil, which is really good. It soaks into your skin. It's actually has antibacterial properties in it. And there are other natural oils that we use here at the house. My wife is very big, as you guys know, very, natural and whatnot. So that stuff is pretty pure. I never break out, it soaks right in. But, you do have to protect your skin because your skin gets older and it becomes less, what's the word? elastic, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
well, that's supposed to be the effects of the beef tallow. It kind of improves the elasticity.
Nice.
Vince is sponsored by beef tallow. Apparently,
and I didn't know he knew some of those words.
His hat is beef tallow.
Beef callow. Beef callow.
Beef tallow.
It's my own brand.
Tallow on his beef. All
Vince
right.
tallow.
No,
You guys are funny.
Steak.
I like it. Well, without going way off topic and without having a longer conversation, the question that just came to my mind as we're talking about this, why do we want to, like, what in every human, for the most part, wants to preserve age? Like, I have my thought about it, but why do we all want to anti-age when the inevitable is we are aging and the inevitable is we will all die one day? Without sounding too dark, like, why do we want that?
I think the most unpopular, but I think
You're the most
if we're all being honest, is vanity. I think it's the most real answer. I mean, you guys tell me.
I mean, like, it's really hard to look as good as me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I know it's a struggle, but you know, I keep it real. I just continue to live on my handsome life. You know, my face is a glimmering light to like the hope of the world and anti-aging, but I don't know. I really can't come with it. I don't have the anti-aging itch to keep myself in pristine form that I am right now. Like it's just kind of always been natural for me, dude.
I have my belief is that we're conditioned to care about this stuff because of the stuff that we watch, the stuff, you know, the standard of beauty that we have all bought into and, you know, from society. So I do think that has something to do with why we care about the way we look. If you go to, you know, third world countries where they don't have a lot of television, where they don't have magazines, they don't have all this other stuff, people really don't care about, you know, like vanity is not a major issue for them. The primary issue for them is survival, right? It's eating, it's drinking, it's protection for their family. It's not waxing your face. It's not, you know, getting rid of wrinkles on your face or losing a couple of pounds, because their definition of beauty is totally different than ours is. That's my opinion anyway. And I think that the more attention you pay to, you know, the media platforms that are out there, whether it's television, whether it's social media, the more you consume of the stuff that they throw your way. I mean, there have been literal studies that have been done, like on Facebook, on TikTok, about the fact that these social media sites have keyed into how to manipulate consumers into buying stuff, right? And that's by setting standards that previously weren't there. So that's my belief. I know a lot of people may think that's a bit extreme, but
it's not.
Think about it. When we were kids, I mean, we didn't really care about that stuff, you know, because we weren't really exposed to as much. But now as adults, where we're participating more in society, we're watching more media. Now we care more about what we look like than ever before.
Well, I think we cared about how we looked in a different way because we all like the fresh fade, right? We like to wear the IOU sweaters. We like to look a certain way, you know, wear the Jordans and things like that. So there, maybe that looked different at that time. But
and that would be
but when I say kids, when we were kids, I mean like when we were little kids, like before junior high, right? When we were in elementary school.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but even like little kids now are like, you know, they want the freshest gear, and you see them out on the baseball fields and football fields. So.
But aside from that, and I think there might be a deeper answer, at least in my mind, aside from the trickery and the manipulation, because that obviously happens in everything. It's why nobody wears skinny jeans anymore. Now we're wearing baggy stuff because all of a sudden we don't think skinny jeans look good anymore. We want to wear baggy because baggy's in, and somehow we look at that and we look in our closet right now. We're like, no, I'm not wearing that anymore. It just, you hear what I'm saying? And so go ahead. I think the deeper, meaning or the deeper thing is that we weren't meant to die, right? We were meant to live forever when God created us. And so there's something in us that doesn't want to die. Therefore, we don't want to age. Therefore, we want to preserve ourselves. Therefore, we want to do whatever we can to slow down that process.
To fight the inevitable, right?
To fight the inevitable. I mean, that's kind of like the unspoken media, if you will, reasoning for why what gets us at the very end of the day, that gets us, and for me, what I love every once in a while, because there is a lot of tension around how you look and what you do, and especially those of like us, we do podcasts, we want to look a certain way, we frame our camera, we put the lighting the right way. I sit on a bike and record videos or preach in front of a church or online. You want to look a certain way, but at the end of the day, we have, I forgot where I was going with this thought, but anyway, the inevitable. We're just fighting the inevitable.
Well, I think you kind of
let me I just thought of it.
Okay.
Every once in a while you might see an influencer, right? That maybe they're good looking, beautiful, whatever it is, and they'll do some kind of like random update, and they don't have makeup, or their glasses are off, or they just look different, and you're just like, whoa, and then it almost lets the pressure off. That was so cool that they didn't have to feel like they had to look a certain way to give us an update, so I don't know about you, but that goes through my mind sometimes too.
Yeah. So you were mentioning about like even certain things we wear and everything. I think it kind of segues into the trends.
Yeah.
Trends.
Yeah. So what
do you guys remember that song Trends?
I got you.
Yeah.
So what has been one of your favorite trends that you came across that you still like, man, that was like one of the better trends that I was a part of, or kind of it kind of shaped who you were at that time? Was there anything like that for you guys?
I'm going to have to say for myself, the faux hawk. I still have a faux hawk. It's very 90s. So, someday I'll change it, but, it's super easy. The faux hawk for me.
Are you talking about trends like, even does that include like hobbies or anything like that? What do you, okay, because like I remember we used to play golf back in the day, Joe. And man, I always loved golf. And now I love golf even more. It's like crazy, dude. It's addicting. Like, did you guys send me that TikTok or whatever about golf, how you threw all your money at it and all that stuff? Was that you guys?
That was Joe, I think.
Yeah. Where we were like, anyways, golf, man. Golf is, I love.
Is that a trend though? Is golf a trend?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think
considered a trend.
It is from in a different way, because you have YouTube that's really elevated the popularity of golf over the past few years, because you have like Bryson DeChambeau, you have all these guys now that have channels that are like 1, 2, 3, 4 million followers. They're doing all of these challenges. Like he just did one with Adam Sandler, breaking 50, right? And like it's so fun, and it's bringing all of this excitement and generating a new generation, if you will, and more excitement around golf. So I don't know that it's, to your point, Carlos, a trend. It's always been popular, but it's trending right now as something more popular than before, for sure.
Or maybe it's just because the algorithm, right? We talk about it, we share like memes and TikTok videos about it, so those hit our like our pages more.
Well, that I was about to say that, LeBeau. I think that trends today mean something different than they did, when we were younger. Because trends can look so different for everybody nowadays because of those algorithms, right? So something like, there are people out there where golf is totally off their radar because they've never ventured into that part of social
algorithm.
Right. And so their algorithm for their social media never puts golf in front of them.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you have people who, maybe their big trend is, I don't know, bunnies jumping over fences, right? And they get a kick out of it. And so now that's becoming a big trend for them, because everything from, social media to if they have a smart TV is throwing those images at them. So trends anymore, mean something totally different for everybody, I think.
So
I'm going to open my Instagram and it's going to have bunnies like jumping over fences.
I kind of
listening to your thoughts, dude.
Yeah, I kind of think about like trends. So my sister, Alyssa, I feel like she'll like jump on these trends, like and it's not all bad. I mean, it's some of them are really cool trends, like the the Bass Pro Shop hat, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everybody starts wearing a Bass Pro Shop hat, like all the worshipers on stage. Like it started out with musicians, and then everybody jumps on that trend of Bass Pro Shop hats, things like that. And now it's those little, what are they called, Lulaboos or something like that?
Yeah.
Those little
Lulu Boo Boo or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Those goofy little dolls that you use as a keychain, and like people start jumping on those trends and go crazy. Like they're that those kind of things. Do you guys ever remember something like that where it's like, man, I needed this because everybody, I mean, look at it when we were younger.
Cabbage Patch cards. Remember we collected those for a minute?
But dude, everybody, as soon as like Jordan started coming out with like Jordan 3s, I mean, everybody had to have those. That was kind of a trending thing where, if you weren't wearing the Jordans, you just, you weren't cool,
The ultimate trend for me was back in the 90s were those soft sweatsuits. Remember those? I don't know what the fabric is called. Yeah, matching sweats and matching jacket.
Like almost like a basketball.
Yeah. That was the ultimate trend back in the day. I
used to wear those like forever, dude. I could picture even your Cutlass coming out of your Cutlass wearing one of those with the stripes on the side, bro.
It's like 100 degrees outside, and he's coming out in this full sweatsuit.
That's like actually, he's like that would actually be in right now.
Yeah,
for sure, because those were baggy, loose.
Carlos has this walk. He's like,
that's just my cellulite bouncing
his
back.
His Jordans are in.
How about like modern trends? Like there's trends.
Oh, I have a great one. Facial hair for dudes, right? Like, or maybe that's just because we're getting older, but I feel like the beard has made like this big,
not so much the beard, the mustache has made like a huge comeback.
Has made a big comeback.
Yeah.
But facial hair, right? In general, like it's all over the place. And it feels like, again, coming back to the whole social media thing and algorithms, I feel like I see so much facial hair stuff, from beards and mustaches and all that stuff that it was never on my radar when I was young. It's weird. And of course, a lot of that has to do with the content that I consume on a regular basis, but I feel like facial hair is pretty trendy these days.
Let me give you a list of them here that ChatGPT gave me, and any of these that stand out to you, maybe you jump at it. But there's obviously the AI trend. There's the remote hybrid work trend. There's the streaming media. There's Netflix, Disney, Spotify, all that. There's the streaming trend, short form video explosion like TikTok and Instagram Reels. There's the rise of the influencer economy. There's the electric vehicle adoption, right? There's cryptocurrency. There's digital wallets. There's wearable health tech. There's home fitness tech. There's sustainable living movement, the mental health awareness.
To me, though, like a trend feels like more temporary, like the things that ChatGPT is bringing up are more like to me, it's like a societal evolution. Right. Like I don't see electric vehicles being a trend because I don't see them going anywhere. I don't see, like mental health being a trend because I don't see that ever diminishing anymore.
Hey, I'll even throw this on you guys because I've always thought of this, even as of recent. I feel like Jesus is trending. I mean, is it just me?
Frank, dude, won't get off my feed. What the heck, dude?
Dude, he surpassed Drake in the amount of streams.
I know. I've seen that.
Drake does 120 billion, I think, a month. and he reached 140 billion.
Listen,
Forrest Frank.
I think it's cool that Forrest loves God, and I think it's awesome that he does gospel music because I buy his music, right? My kids love Forrest Frank. We didn't go to his concert because I'm not that crazy about him. I think his shows would be boring, to be honest. We did go to Toby Mac because I'm a big Toby Mac fan, and his shows are dope, right? So it's nothing against gospel music in general. But Forrest Frank, I feel like that's a trend. You know what I'm saying? And no shade on the guy whatsoever, because clearly he's a talented guy. He can write, but it's like, does he really have the depth that some other gospel? He's not really hip hop, right? I mean, he has like urban sounds in there, but he's not really hip hop. It's almost, this is just me venting among friends, but it's almost like why is Caleb and why is everybody so happy about Forrest Frank? Because the reality is there are artists out there that can out rap that guy any time of the week. There are producers out there that have beats that are way better than Forrest Frank beats. So why is he the guy that everybody is latching on to? I don't know that there's a good answer to that, right? Because in the mainstream, the same thing happens all the time where artists who aren't that great, like Katy Perry or, other artists who aren't amazing artists, actually blow up, right? So I kind of put Forrest Frank in that category. No shade again, but it's a little, that's a trend to me. I see that going away. I don't see him as the next Toby Mac at all.
Hater.
No, dude. No. Do you seriously see him as a Toby Mac? Come on.
Yeah, I do actually.
I think he's pretty diverse. Yeah, I think he's going to evolve.
Dude.
I think he's going to change and go with the trends. I think he's extremely talented at making simple, catchy those hooks
right
that
there.
everybody remembers. I mean, how do you get kids like my niece who's like 6 doing the dance, all the way to somebody that's like, he's captured the attention of generations, and it's really a simple message that's catchy, repeatable, pure, clean, and has a great vibe to it. I mean, that's and I don't know. And how can you, and in my opinion, how do you compare skill? I mean, when you say somebody could rap better than him, how do we even compare that? Because it's a different style, right? And somebody that's 65 that loves Forrest Frank isn't going to remember 600 lines of a song that some guy who could rap and do it fast can do over a Forrest Frank who just says, "I need you now more than anything, but won't you put my heart back to you?" It's like so simple. It's almost ridiculously simple, but in the simpleness, it's genius, in my opinion. Yeah. And if you hear like all the stuff he wrote, even when he broke his back, the song that he wrote when he broke his back, it's like, dude, you listen to it one time and you can't forget it.
Dude, if you if you look at my social media channel on LinkedIn, I came up with the hashtag lemonade makers like 2 years ago, dude. It's not even original. Like the song isn't even original. To me, it's I know it sounds like sour grapes and I know what it sounds like, but the guy is just hashtag unimpressive. I'm sure he's a cool dude. I'm sure, he loves God. I'm not questioning that. But sometimes I get really confused as to why so much focus is put on certain people. Like Forrest Frank is just one of them.
I think I mean, I truly believe he's genuine in his messaging. I really do. But I also think that in everything, and especially with the Christian market, they're always looking for a face to represent, and he just happens to be that face right now.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I have a lot to say about that, but it's a good topic.
Yeah.
So say it. Say more.
I think he's legit. I think
I don't even know who that is.
Well, E40. Well, we have to.
No, I mean like there's new artists. I don't know. I don't know who
he's the #1 artist right now. And again, it's super simple. I clearly know where you're coming from, Carlos, because from all of the experience we have and the depth of that we've taken music, you know, anywhere from the studio to writing our own to admiring different lyricists and things like that from a perspective that's wider, you know, I guess, if you will. And I totally get what you're saying. It can seem borderline what's the word, corny, like corntastic, if you will. It's so simple, it's like corntastic. But I would challenge you on and I haven't been to one of his concerts, but a guy who could fill up, you know, Red Rocks only after, you know, being at a 4,000 seat venue, 10,000 seat venue just a year ago, and all of a sudden now we're doing Red Rocks. He's doing something right, you know. And it's not just the catchiness of his tunes, the instantality of how he can make songs. And I would challenge us too, not now, but I think even the ease of making music now is so much different than it was before.
Yeah, he's literally on a laptop with a mic and just writing, like, it's not even playing music. It's just digitally writing music with the mic, and that's it. It's not even going into the studio anymore with him.
Okay, so then we're gonna have to wait and see where this goes, because to Carlos's point, it's a trend. We're talking about trends, right?
Yeah,
but
so we'll have to wait and see how long this lasts.
And I don't disagree with you completely, Carlos. I totally get what you're saying.
So do I.
You know, when I first heard his music, I can't remember what it was. It was a cover of a worship song. It was a cover of an old worship song, and it had like a hip hop drum loop to it. And I was like, that's cool. I like that. So I bought that song. Then, you know, like consumerism will have you do is you go down that rabbit hole for, oh, well, who wrote this? Maybe they have other cool music. So I looked him up. It's all right. You know, I bought a couple more tracks. Then his new CD came out after that. And I was like, well, you know what? He's a Christian guy. He's got decent music. My kids will like it. I bought the CD.
So
then
hold
his
on.
New CD comes out. Same thing. Well, you know, he's all right. My kids will like it. We need wholesome music, right? Because my kids can't listen to the new Kanye West CD, right? So I bought the CD. But it really is, it kind of annoys me, man, that like these
I don't
people get chosen.
Like, no, he doesn't mean CD. He's talking about a digital CD, guys. Come on.
Okay. Are you, or do you buy CDs still? Now you're throwing me off.
No. I buy it. Yeah, I mean,
open up Spotify, you mean, and you
on an album.
the newest.
I'm Gen Xer, dude. It's like a boomer saying album, right? Well, you don't buy albums anymore. It's a project. So when I say CD, I mean a project. So
on like Spotify, on a streaming platform.
I don't stream. I buy the music. So I buy it from Apple Music, right? So I buy the actual track and I download it to my device. So it belongs to me. I don't have to stream it.
What?
Right?
You waste your money on that, dude.
But here's where I'm going with this, dude. And this is why it drives me crazy, because
you're driving the audience crazy.
It's so like, man, it's like mediocre, bro. Like the fact, and this is how I see him breaking his back on social media. So they plaster it all over social media. And of course, what does he do? He puts out a song because everybody feels sorry for Forrest Frank that he broke his back skateboarding. And now we have to buy a CD because the guy broke his back, right? Now we have to buy a song because we feel sorry for him. He's like literally exploiting his own injury to sell records. And to me, dude, that's like so lame. So lame.
Well, I think the trend of buying music has surpassed us.
Well, you, Carlos, for sure. But
no, I think you're a little pissed, Carlos, because you actually paid for it, dude.
Well, yeah, I paid for it. And, you know,
like, I'm sorry, that's cool.
It's kind of like going to, and I used to do this all the time, dude. When we used to go to concerts at Lirio de los Valles, right, at the local church, and we would see this subpar band that would be touring, but they're selling product, right? And so to support the ministry, you go and you spend $100 in merch for music that you're never going to listen to because it's like terrible.
That was a reach on Los Valles, dude. That was a reach, dude.
I'm just saying, you know, like
I know what
we've
you're
all
saying,
been there because we're good guys. We've all
Hey,
been there, so we're going to buy somebody's music.
I got you.
Hey, Joe, are you researching how many people actually buy music these days?
No, to Carlos's point, I know exactly what he's saying, dude.
I
Like,
should be.
if you are gonna be out there listening to it, you might as well be supporting it.
You're part of the 1%ers.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't buy music. I just listen to it for free. I have a streaming platform. I listen to it for free. I don't.
What time machine did you step out of?
I know it feels. I can't, like, I'm not okay with paying $20 or whatever it costs a month for streaming when you literally get nothing. You don't own anything.
But what are you gonna do with it? Like,
Bro, I don't.
It's just gonna.
I don't want to own it.
Yeah, I don't want to own it either.
Well, see, I think it's just a difference in philosophy.
It goes away. I could always pull it up.
That is a Gen X mentality, because when streaming came out, I felt like I had to buy it too, because I didn't want it to go away or disappear, or the app to crash or something like that. So
we need to create like an X every time this kind of stuff comes out. Then we could just Carlos is
Gen X.
X.
Yeah, there you go. And then remove him from the. Oh no, Gen X. Is what you mean.
Gen X.
Okay, I thought you meant remove him from the episode at that point. No, I totally hear what you're saying, especially growing up the way we grew up. This is a good topic. We just have to air it out just a little bit more. I get where you're saying he just exploits everything, and I don't know if
that's pretty messed up, Joe.
So here's what I would say. Listen to a few of his interviews, because he actually has studied music for a long time. He's a huge music fan. He's not like this guy that just lets a beat maker do stuff and just gets lucky. He does know music pretty well, and his heart is totally in the right place, at least from what I can see. And I think we live in a world where he's just really good at viral content. And if you're really good at viral content, and that's your gift, and that's how you're providing for your family, and that's how you're gonna provide, I guess, if you will, as a father and a husband, then do it. And I'm not saying I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, like, I believe
you just described a sellout, which is great, right? Everybody, I mean, you can sell out.
I know
it's a complete sellout, Joe. That's a complete sellout, bro. Like, it's someone just exploiting the opportunity right now to make the most money possible, dude. Like, yeah, you definitely described it. That's what I'm saying. So either way, both of your guys' directions, whether he's a trend or he's not a trend, it's yet to be seen. We can't make a decision on whether.
What if he's just really gifted and it just happens to work every time he hits the record button?
But we don't know.
I don't think he's trying to like copy anybody. I don't think he's trying to mimic anything. I think as much as it is, I think it's unique in what he's doing, and he's doing it at a level that is capturing a lot of people's attention.
And that whole little dance that everybody does, like the fans created that, and he just got blessed or lucky, like however you want to look at it. That's one of the things that catapulted his popularity and his fame as the trending, I need you now more than anything. Won't you?
So you are agreeing it's a trend.
That dance for sure is a trend.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing lasts forever. No little dance or whatever is going to last forever. But
Toby Mac's going to last forever.
He didn't. Oh my God.
I'm not saying I'm a Toby Mac.
Dude, he's in his 60s now, bro.
But he's managed to have a career without being able to sing. Let's be honest.
Yeah, because he's a great writer and a great producer.
He could sing-ish, but he is not any vocalist.
I know, but he's
terrible.
I think there could be an argument with the same argument that you're having.
No, dude, you cannot, because you're talking about a career that has spanned decades upon decades, dude, versus Forrest Frank that got hot in 2 years.
Well, you'd never
like,
know
it's not the same thing. Toby Mac and DC Talk were around for at least 5 to 7 years before they even hit like a big arena tour. Like they paid their dues.
But it's more accessible to
it's not that way anymore though, Carlos.
I understand that. I understand that, but
you don't have to pay your dues nowadays, bro. You just need to catch fire on social media and boom, you blow up, bro. It's not it's
you're right.
Viral.
It's disposable, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It is
not all of it
it's
is
like microwave culture.
Are you mad that he hasn't put in his time? Is that what it really is, Carlos? You're mad that he hasn't put in his time? Because you could just say that too.
No, dude, I'm not. I'm mad because his product is like mediocre. I'm not saying he sucks.
Okay,
it's just mediocre product.
All right, agree to disagree then. At this,
point. I think it is.
Okay. All right.
It's to be
continued. All right, let's go on. Let's go on because we can be on this. It's great though. I love the chat about it. It's good. I love when you're wrong, man. We're gonna go to. let's go up to.
Hey, let me quote somebody. I can't remember who said this, but they were like, "Well, if he's selling a lot of records, then it must be good. If he's filling up arenas, it must be good." Well, listen, McDonald's sells a lot of hamburgers too. Doesn't mean it's good.
No, they're really creepy.
It's actually good, but it's not good for you.
So anyway, McDonald's is creepy. Look up the original Ronald McDonald. Creepy. Anyways,
the fries.
Right, go ahead.
Sandwich. Okay. All right. Not every. Okay. You have a point, but you're still wrong. All right. No, I I love you, brother. Travel. Let's just kind of skip around a little bit. Let's talk about something that Vince has had to deal with. Carlos has navigated for a long time now, and that's this whole idea that. And I'm looking up the exact phrase that we put. What's the hardest part about being away from the ones you love? And Vince, you've had to deal with that recently. Now that you're remotely working in Colorado, you kind of have to go back and forth to your home. And then Carlos travels a lot for work. And so I think both of you probably have more to say on this than LeBeau and I.
I mean, I've traveled for work quite often when I used to work for, Dish Network and CenturyLink and all that stuff, go out of town for like three months at a time and stuff.
Well, jump on in there, Forrest.
I know. I'm just saying. So I have done it.
No, you go for it. Take advantage of this moment.
No, I've traveled.
You only get one shot.
Months at a time. Traveling it's
literally has taken advantage of that shot like many times. It's like, come on, bro, you had your shot, just move on.
Okay,
go for it. Go for it.
No,
seriously,
somebody else.
I didn't realize that, and I did, but I forgot.
No, it's fine. Turn this. I'm gonna act like a big baby. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, dude. So you travel for 3 months.
3 months. You leave out of town for 3 months, 3 weeks, whatever it may be. I've found that's been like some great moments in my life. You get to see different part of the country. You get to experience things. Carlos, I know you.
Were you married at the time? Did you have little ones when you had to do that? Yeah,
married and all that good stuff at the time. And I've, you kind of come into a city and then you kind of leave type of thing, and then you're to another city and you kind of leave right away. As for me, I'm kind of like in the thick of it with customers, right? I'm going to people's houses. I'm learning the culture. I'm learning the people that live there in those towns and places, and going to the places that, asking around, like, where's the good food, like all that kind of stuff. So it was easy for me to cope with it because I was always willing to go out and explore what that town or what that city had to offer in life and take it all in. So it was a little bit more easier, I think, that way. Dealing with it, like missing my kids and stuff at the time. So that's been my experience with that whole thing.
When I was maybe early 20s for sure, like maybe 23. This was before I was even married. I was really young. I was working for a company that had a national footprint, and they actually had stores in Canada, and they posted a job description for the national front end manager. It was a food retail store, and I applied for the position. And I remember the number one motivator for me was traveling. Like the idea of travel really appealed to me. So I applied for the position. I ended up getting the job, and I was so excited, man, to get, I'm going to get to travel. I'm going to get to see different parts of the country and all that stuff. That was great for, oh gosh, maybe a year or two. It was a lot of fun. I wasn't married. I'd go out, like you, LeBeau, I'd go look at the sites that the town had to offer, experience the local favorites and all that stuff. I get married and then I have children. And I have to tell you, travel then became something totally different to me. It became part of the grind, really, at that point. It became part of, it was work. I started to consider like packing a nuisance, because you have to think about, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to, do I have to host people? Do I have to go to a reception? So you have to plan out, which I hate. And you guys know that about me. I hate planning. So that became a big chore. And then, of course, as the kids get older, they start to have experiences. So, my 12-year-old now, she's part of, a really cool horse club. Actually, they both are, but I am traveling out to Orlando this Sunday, and I'll be gone until Wednesday of next week. And my daughter has like a really important performance on Sunday as well. Missing those moments to me is like, I hate it, right? That's the part that really becomes really taxing to me. It's because you never get that time back. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even so much that, and I do care obviously what my daughter thinks. I feel bad that she is disappointed that I won't be there. But to compound that, I want to be there. It would be different if I were like, I'm really not interested in going to that thing, right? And I don't really care about missing it. That's not the case. Like, I actually want to be there, and I'm missing something that I really, really want to be a part of. So traveling over the years has just become like this means to an end. I do it because I have to do it. And when I don't have to do it, it's like, it's amazing that I get to be home. I could do whatever, but I understand that that is a condition of just the long-term need for me to travel, right? So I'm sure there are people out there that have never traveled for work who felt like I felt when I was in my early 20s, who are like, man, that would be amazing to be in a new city every 2 weeks or every month or whatever, be able to experience, the sights and the sounds and all the cool stuff, the culture that town has to offer. But it has just evolved into something totally different for me. Now, I'll tell you, when I can travel with my family, right? We go on vacation. We try to go on vacation a couple times a year. When I can travel with my family, even just walking through the airport feels so different because you're actually happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love walking through the airport with my kids. I love getting they love to get like smoothies and stuff. Mm-hmm. I love doing that, dude. They love to explore all the places at the airport. I love that. When I have to travel alone, bro, it's like the airport is dark, it's dingy, it's long, it's like it's a chore, bro. But when I walk through there with my family, it's a blast. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're off to an adventure. We're going to have a lot of fun. So it definitely has become that in my life because, it's now been, I'm 50 now. So almost 30 years of traveling, bro, just kind of wears on you. And it doesn't mean the same thing for me today than it did, in my early 30s. And to this day, again, it's an ends to a mean, right? Like, I do it because not necessarily that I have to, but I'll be more successful doing it than if I don't, if that makes any sense.
Maybe you're just not getting enough smoothies when you go by yourself, dude.
Vince, how do you see it? That's great. That's a great perspective with a lot of years, Carlos. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm kind of not so much the opposite because I understand, like, I hate traveling alone too. It's just not as it's not as fun, just like you were saying, but you know, it's the reason why I stood in what I stood for so long in what I was doing, because I wanted to be there, like, for all the events, all the things that were going on in my kids' lives, and that's why it just happens when my when Brooke graduated, I was like, "Okay, it's time to start venturing to see what else what I know what I'm capable of, and I'm gonna start doing that." And, it kinda just led me into what I'm doing now. But in saying that, still, it's like, you know, I'm out here right now, away from the family, and I still feel like, man, it's like when you do certain things, you're like, "Man, I wish they were here for that," you know, or there's things that I mean,
Do
I'm
you
sure
feel
that was
guilty?
I'm well, no, I don't feel guilty, but there's like I'm sure there was times that you were, like, in, like, a city, LeBeau, when you're like, "Man, I wish Zach was here to experience this
Bro,
with me," or
yeah,
Jordan, or
I'm at Alcatraz and I'm like, "Oh, I wish my family was here with me at Alcatraz to
Yeah.
see," like,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're like, "Man, I if the" and I think that's one great thing about all of us, because we all are, like, really family oriented, and that matters to us, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because it does matter to me, and, but it makes anybody know, like, anything that like, I'm doing right now is really important to me, because it has to be, because if I'm away from my family, it has to be that important, you know?
Mhm.
And, there has to be something viable and a reward at the end of it, because I'm away from the people that I love the most, you know? So
Well, you know that saying that, and I'm sure you've all have heard it, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
absolutely true, right? And
Yeah,
so some
Yeah.
people, there are couples out there who intentionally spend time apart because they want to feel fonder of each other. But I actually like being around my wife. I like being around my children. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like my heart is fond already to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like absence is actually doesn't make me grow fonder. It just, it sucks because it's work.
yeah,
That part of my career has definitely been work. But it's when you get home and I try and unplug, and we try and really make the evenings right after I get home special for the kids. We'll go out and get ice cream, or we'll go out for a walk in the summertime, or we'll do something that is a little more special than just staying home watching TV or going out to dinner or whatever, right? Because we value that time together. I value that time together. And it's funny because my kids throughout the years have gotten these hilarious gifts from me because I go to conferences a lot, right? And there are weird swag that
Weird
people put out
swag.
on the tables.
Yeah.
And I'll bring, like stuffed animals with company logos out of for the girls. And, Solomon and Sebastian used to get hilarious gifts all the time that I would come across at conferences. But it's because you miss them, and as Vince is talking about, like, man, dude, I stay at some really swanky hotels. You know what I'm saying? Like really high end places that some of these conferences stay at. Those experiences to me like suck because I wish my family was there. I wish my wife was there. Oh man, I know she would have loved to gone to the spa here. Oh
yeah,
man, she totally would love the scene here
It's
on the
that guilt,
beach.
dude. It's
Yeah.
guilt. I'm telling you, is you feel guilty when you're out.
Well,
Well,
I-
it's partly guilt, yeah, because you're like, well, I probably shouldn't be here without my wife, but at the same time, you have to be there. So I'm not guilty about that, right? She's benefiting from me being there, but at the same time, how awesome would it be to have your loved one walking on the beach with you, or to have your loved one staying in this $600-700 a night suite with you, right? That you generally speaking probably aren't going to pay for unless it's business related, right? So those experiences to me definitely are difficult to get through than maybe traveling here in town and it's not that big of a deal. But
let me add a third perspective to this, because we kind of all know the amazing feeling we get when we travel as a family. Like there's no denying that we're going on vacation. Whether the vacation came out great or not is besides the point. But going through the airport, traveling, getting to, you know, our destination, wherever it might be, Disneyland or whatever, that there's nothing like it, right? And then we all talked about how we traveling alone could be different. I've done cycling training, I've gone on missions trips, I've done different things myself where I love what I'm doing away, but it's, you know, it is what it is. The airport is kind of lonely. It is boring. You're just internally in your own AirPod head and just finding something to you know, pass the time, hoping that you don't sit next to somebody on a plane that is, you know, going to take the elbow room the whole time, and you're kind of like this, and like all the stuff that come along with
that's a totally different episode that we should definitely do.
Well, here's the thing. Let me offer a third perspective, because last year when my mother-in-law got sick, she was diagnosed with colon cancer. My wife had to be the one that was leaving to go be with her for 2-3 weeks at a time. And so I was on the end of her being away and not me being away. And so while I will always support her, and while I want her, and she's getting ready to go again next week, a couple of days pass and it's just the guys just eat pizza and watch football, you know, and it's cool for like a day or two. And then it just kind of sucks, you know, that the queen isn't home, right?
Yeah.
It sucks that you know, that there's a presence there that's gone, and it's not like how could I explain it? Like I have plenty to do. I'll come in my office, I'll come here and do some editing, do some recording, but you still feel a little lost without your family being there.
Yeah, you get done with what you're doing and you go out and you're like,
yeah, you're like,
I guess I'll watch some TV.
Yeah, because even though we're doing this right now,
eat some eggs.
She's right there, like in the room. You know what I mean? And my son's downstairs, and so like downstairs now. So it's different. And so for me, like I think that third perspective matters too, and I can't help but think that might be how they feel. You know, it's cool. They're providing, they're doing their thing, they're being there for their family when they need them the most, but it's just not the same.
So I want to take this opportunity, because we're talking about it, and I may never get the opportunity to do this again online, and that's to give a shout out to my wife, because, you know, she supported our career, and I say our intentionally because I couldn't do what I do without the support of my wife, you know, like, and I verbalize that all the time when I'm out traveling. I couldn't, you know, be where I am today if it wasn't for her being a part of it. Like, she has been extremely supportive over the years, not just supportive, but has just been a rock that I can count on, to the point to where, you know, at times I have felt guilty for leaving home, because, you know, I hate saying goodbye to my children, even if it's just going to be for 2 nights, right? I just hate it. And she has come through numerous times where the kids do get sad, and she will come through and help them feel better about it. You know, we'll talk to them together, but she will be the one leading the conversation to comfort them and let them know that, you know, the queen, as you put it, Joe, is okay with it. And we're going to be okay. And dad's got to go do, you know, what he needs to do for us. And we're going to do what we need to do for him. Right. And that to me is incredible. So to have that type of support at home, I consider myself a very blessed man, very fortunate man. So, honey, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll totally endorse what you just said. I mean, it's the same thing with me. So ditto on that, because it's the same thing.
Yep. Yeah. Anytime I've needed to do something, I've had 100% support as well from my wife. So thank you, babe. Appreciate you.
And LeBeau's girl is like, don't let the door hit you in the butt.
And
what are you? No, just kidding.
They're like, cool.
Your fiance, bro. You have a fiance now.
Damn. Let's go.
That's cool. Bye.
All right. Do we have any other topics?
I'll get to the other ones later. I think we're at the tipping point.
We're at that mark, right?
Yes.
But hey, this has been good. I mean, this is season 2, episode 1.
Kings of Monaco.
Come on. Like, was this not a great conversation? I mean,
like subscribe.
Yeah. Do all of the above, everybody. We love this. We're dedicated first and foremost to just our friendship is why we do this, but we do want you to get some entertainment. What do we call it? We call it
docutainment.
Docutainment. We're documenting our friendship and adding a little bit of entertainment.
It's been like you guys were traveling for a couple of weeks, and I just kind of been just hanging out, not really like.
Oh, you're like the wife of the group.
Kind of like wifing it, dude. I was feeling all sad while you guys were all living your best lives.
You're holding it down.
Together.
I will tell you, this conversation is way better than Force Frank.
Hater.
Oh, Lord, I'm gonna get that song stuck in your head. All right, guys. Everybody, thanks for listening.
Lead, Legacy. Follow Vince on to the next, and JA Cycle. Make sure you guys go like, subscribe, support my boys and all their ventures as well, please.
See you guys on the next one.
All right, fellas.